India, a fascinating Asian land, home of some of the most influential civilizations in human history. Nowadays, this multicultural country, the most populated in the planet, offers a unique blend of majestic historical beauty, unparalleled artistic handcrafts, noisy and chaotic moments, kind and fun people, diverse religious coexistence, exquisite cuisine, and mystical moments hard to describe with words. Recently, we spent 15 days exploring some of the best Indian destinations. First, we completed the Golden Triangle in 8 days, visiting Delhi, Agra, and Jaipur. Afterwards, we extended our journey with 2 days more in Udaipur. Nowadays, the White City of the Lakes is one of the most visited places of the northwestern Indian state of Rajasthan. Its elegant white architecture, grandiose city palace, timeless rooftop views, authentic local culture, and serene boat rides across its lakes make Udaipur one of the most enchanting cities in the whole country. For Rain and Channel, subscribe to our channel to join us in our 6-part travel series of India. In this 3rd episode, we will share with you our whole itinerary and travel tips to experience a perfect trip to Udaipur.
Welcome to India!
Although there are public flights and trains from Jaipur, the most straightforward way to reach Udaipur is to use a taxi, so we hired one with our hotel there. We departed at 11 p.m. to avoid wasting time traveling during the day. Around 6 hours later, we arrived in Udaipur. Immediately, the friendly staff of our incredible hotel prepared a place for us to sleep a bit at one of their numerous balconies over Lake Pichola. It felt like a fairy tale dream to wake up at dawn with these views. Staying at the Jagat Niwas Palace was one of the most special experiences during our trip to India. Although we usually choose less luxurious accommodations, the value for money of this hotel was totally worth the price for us. Have you ever dreamt to sleep in a palace? India offers heritage-style boutique hotels that are authentic gems for a much lower price than other countries. And of course, including top-quality service for their guests. The Jagat Niwas Palace is an early 17th century Haveli, a traditional type of Indian house often associated with the term mansion or manor house. Its location in the heart of Udaipur offers some of the best views over the city. This exquisite hotel is a family-run property that has been restored to recover all its old charm and glorious past, with its white aesthetics encompassing the entire building. Our room was very clean and stylish, with a super comfortable bed and classic furniture. Would you like to stay in this hotel? Let us introduce you to Plannin.com. We are so happy to have Plannin as the sponsor of this video. As content creators, we have always dreamt to collaborate with brands that understand travel as we do. Plannin do away with faceless reviews and brings you personalized recommendations to book stays and experiences all around the world. Scan our QR code or click our affiliate links in the description box to create your free account. Discover our top hotel recommendations and save up to 40% off in more than 2 million hotels worldwide once you have created your account. What we also love about Plannin is that you can check our travel guides and the maps with the locations included in our videos. Don't forget to follow us. We are extremely excited to be part of this vibrant community, and we share Plannin's mission to restore the human connection in booking travel experiences based in trustworthy creators. And now, back to Udaipur. We are so lucky that we were able to check in early. They gave us the room at 9:30 instead of 2 o'clock. So we already ate our breakfast, we have freshened up, and now we're ready to explore the city palace and also to meet my friend from Rajasthan. Let's go. Where's the way? Udaipur's narrow streets seem to be cleaner and less busy than in previous cities. Of course, there were also lively corners in the city. We walked for only 5 minutes from the hotel and quickly reached the City Palace ticket counter. After purchasing our tickets, we crossed the Badipol and then Tripolyapol, two monumental gates that quickly transported us into the splendor of this palace complex. In a few steps, the 30 meters high facade of the City Palace attracted immediately our attention. We had to walk to the other side of the huge courtyard in order to have a broader view of the imposing building. Built by the Sisodia Rajput rulers of the Mewar dynasty, its construction was started in 1559 by Maharana Uday Singh II, and it was extended for a period of 400 years by its successors. It was built in an exuberant style combining a wide variety of Rajasthani Rajput architecture using mainly granite and marble, and it is one of the largest palaces of Rajasthan. Maharana Uday Singh II was also the founder of Udaipur, after moving the capital of the Mewar kingdom from Chittor to this location. The constant pressure of the attacks by the Mughals convinced the Maharana to find a safer capital, and it is said that he followed the advice of a hermit to use the forests, the Aravalli hills, and the lakes as the perfect protection for his kingdom. Udaipur's Maharanas successfully administered their territory from the city palace for centuries. The city palace is located on top of a hill in the east bank of Lake Pichola and offers panoramic views over the white city and its natural surroundings. Nowadays, there are luxury hotels in some of the palaces of the complex, but there are also a lot of spaces dedicated to interesting museum exhibitions, and many of the most important rooms are open to the public. We absolutely loved the marble stones, the bright mirrors, and colorful glass on walls and windows, the wall miniature paintings with their infinite details, the weapons collection, the inlay work, and all the magnificent interior decoration of this historic palace.
So I was talking to you about meeting a friend today, and Dinesh is my friend that I've been following. We've been following each other for like 4 to 5 years now because we both love calisthenics and he's really good in handstand. So if you're interested in learning handstand, he's offering online classes and he has really one of the best alignment in handstand I've ever seen. So it's nice to meet you finally in real life, Dinesh, after so many years talking to each other.
Yes, thank you so much, and I was waiting. I was really excited to see you.
We chose the Rainbow Restaurant for our lunch.
So we just finished visiting the very beautiful and big palace, and now we're going to eat our lunch with a very beautiful view, and we ordered chicken honey tikka and some Rajasthani meat.
This restaurant has friendly waiters and lovely views over Lake Pichola. All the foods that we ordered were delicious, and their coffee was great too.
Now we're gonna try. The spiciness is just enough for me. It's really good. So far, we have been loving all the Indian food that we've tried, and I hope I can learn how to cook it at home. Or I will just invite my Indian friends to help me cook.
I was very happy to spend time chatting with Dinesh. After lunch, we walked for less than 5 minutes to one of the most important Hindu temples in Udaipur. The Jagdish Temple has been constantly used for worshipping Hindu gods since its construction in 1651. It is still used by locals on a daily basis, but at the same time, it has become one of the major touristic attractions in the city. Don't forget to remove your shoes after climbing its steep stairs. Remember that you are a visitor, so respect those that come here to use their temple for religious purposes. Although we didn't film inside the temple, we tried to capture the ornate details of the wonderful external decoration of the temple. The mastery of the artist that hand-carved these stones is supremely remarkable.
Our friend Dinesh is going to leave us now. Unfortunately, I cannot learn the handstand in this trip. And it was really a pleasure meeting you in person, finally.
Yes, thank you so much. And I was really excited to meet you. And finally, now we are together. I want to stay here for like 1 day more, but I have to go because I have a job. But maybe next time you can learn.
Next time I will do 60 seconds handstand.
Yes.
Bye-bye. See you again
Yes.
in the future.
Yes. In the future.
We continued our itinerary, walking for 20 minutes to the Gangaur Ghat. There is a 50 rupees fee to access this pier. This is also the spot from where the boat rides to Mandir Island depart. Bear in mind that the next ride will depart every hour or when the boat is full of passengers. So come here early enough if you want to reach the island before sunset. We chose the right side of the boat for the best views, and we managed to have the perfect timing to witness the golden sunlight illuminating the city palace. The impressive size of the royal complex can be appreciated much better from the lake. Our hotel was the next building that we spotted. Watching some of the most important monuments of Udaipur from the lake Pichola was one of the highlights of our trip. On the western shore of the lake, there are some excellent hotels and restaurants. And to complete this unforgettable boat ride, we had a perfect sunset at the end of the journey. Around 20 minutes after our departure, we started to see the marble elephants adorning the entrance of the final destination of our Lake Pichola boat ride. In Mandir Island, we can find one of the most famous palaces in Udaipur. Mandir Palace, also known as the Lake Garden Palace, was constructed in a period of 100 years over this natural island of Lake Pichola. Started by Maharana Amar Singh in 1551 and finished by Maharana Jagat Singh I in 1652. Its current name honors the Mewar king who completed its construction. Udaipur's royal family used the island for celebrating parties and a summer resort.
We are here in the island just chilling and spending our sunset before going back to the mainland.
Drinking a cup of coffee with these views over Lake Pichola and Udaipur was a fantastic way to relax after an intense day of sightseeing. Chano patiently waited to capture the lights of the Gul Mahal slowly turning on at dusk. Be sure that you don't miss the last boats back to the Rameshwar Ghat. When we arrived at the pier, we saw huge bats flying over us. Udaipur is home of these Indian flying foxes, also known as the Greater Indian Fruit Bat, one of the largest bats in the world.
I'm the white Batman. Batman! You see, I can talk to them.
Oh wow, that's very near. That's coming.
We were planning to attend to one of the Darohar dance shows that takes place every night at the Bagore Ki Haveli. But this Rajasthani shows start at 7 p.m. and finishes at 8 p.m. so we couldn't get there on time. Their talented artists perform local dances while playing traditional music. And you can also watch a Rajasthani puppet spectacle during the show. On our way back to the hotel, we saw an interesting parade. We are not sure of what kind of celebration was taking place, but it was very beautiful to see the locals with their traditional clothes and preserving their traditions. If you are from Udaipur, could you explain to us in the comments down below about this event? Chana woke up at 6 a.m. and walked for 15 minutes to one of the best spots in Udaipur to watch the sunrise. The Ambrai Ghat is located in the western shore of Lake Pichola. The gate to access this pier is open every day at 6:30. From the steps that lead to the waterfront, there are wonderful views over the city palace, which is located in the opposite side of the lake. The highly luxurious Lake Palace Hotel, located on an island in the middle of Lake Pichola, can also be seen from here. Every dawn, tourists and locals alike come to the Ambrai Ghat to enjoy the beginning of the new day. Witnessing the warm sun rising behind the city palace is a magical experience. There is also a small Hindu temple facing the Ghat with some beautiful paintings on its walls. It is common to see the locals meditating and taking refreshing baths in the lake waters. Chano returned to our hotel at the perfect time for breakfast.
Good morning! We are eating our breakfast. I am so grateful, and it feels like a dream that we are eating our delicious breakfast with this very magical view. Never in my life have I imagined that one day I'll be eating my breakfast in India with this dreamy city in front of us and with a live traditional music playing in the background.
After breakfast, we walked for only 5 minutes to the Bagore ki Haveli Museum. It was built in the second half of the 18th century by Amar Chand Badwa, the Prime Minister of Mewar back then. This historic Haveli is located on the waterfront overlooking Lake Pichola, so once again, you can enjoy stunning views over its balconies and terraces. Udaipur is often called the Venice of the East, but this city of lakes has its own unparalleled beauty, and we have never visited a city with a similar ambience. Since 1986, many of the more than 100 rooms of this Haveli were restored and are now open to visitors. The most beautiful rooms preserved colorful glass windows that filter wonderfully the light, and also delicate inlay work embellishing some of the walls. Other rooms have been transformed to display a very interesting collection of traditional art, a great reflection of Mewar's aristocratic culture. We particularly liked the fresh inner courtyard with a tall tree giving shadow to the area. Do not miss the turban section of the museum, and also their fine collection of weapons. Next to the museum entrance, the Gangaur Ghat is another must-visit in Udaipur. This heritage pier is another important site in the historic old city. The Ghat is easily recognizable due to its monumental gate with 3 entrances and beautiful decoration. It offers nice views over Lake Pichola, and it's a very popular place for local wedding photographers. Its name comes from the famous Gangaur festival of Mewar, which ends in this ghat with the idols of the Hindu gods transported on boats from its steps. We decided to use Uber to reach the next destination of the day, and this was a mistake. At first, there were no auto rickshaws available, and most drivers cancelled our rides. When we finally found one driver, after waiting for half an hour, we couldn't find a proper way, and he kept saying that the roads were closed. Instead of the supposed 10 minutes, we ended losing 45 minutes to reach the ropeway to the Karni Mata temple. Once we were there, we purchased a return ticket for a private cabin in order to be more comfortable. We didn't have to wait much to have our turn, and the journey to the top was slow but not very long. We booked the whole cabin for us, and it's just me and Chano, and the view is amazing.
There are also stairs there in case you want to walk. Rain says she will go down by foot later.
Once on the top, there were great views over Lake Pichola and the historic city to the west, but also views towards the east over other areas of Udaipur that we hadn't seen yet. Udaipur Historic Center is not very big, but the whole city has more than 600,000 inhabitants. Visiting the Karni Mata temple is another good reason to use the ropeway to reach this high point of the city. The serene Hindu temple, built at the beginning of the 17th century, enshrines the stone idol of Karni Mata, a manifestation of the powerful goddess Durga, described also as a warrior sage who protected the people of Rajasthan in the 14th century. Near the temple, there's a restaurant and some shops where you can spend the time waiting for your cabin to bring you down again. Once at the bottom, we negotiated a rickshaw ride for returning to the hotel. Before entering the hotel, we stopped in this nearby store as I wanted to buy some earrings. Rajasthan artisans are famous for their silver jewelry, but also for their work with jewels adorned with precious and semi-precious stones. This store had one of the most beautiful collections that we saw during our trip.
What's your name? Abbas. And I make myself, I go for forest area. I don't buy anywhere. I go for forest area with my labor. And I sell this kind of stone.
Nice to meet you. You've been married family all the time since we arrived. It wasn't pushing at all.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are a nice person. Both of one is nice person.
Ah.
Like you, because you are always like for spelling.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I love my new earrings.
Skip that.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.
We returned to our hotel at the perfect time to witness another magical sunset from the rooftop. I was so happy with my new earrings. And while I was enjoying a cup of coffee, I was reflecting on how lucky we were to be there. Coming from humble origins, being in a palace hotel overlooking one of India's most beautiful cities made me feel immensely grateful to the world, but also proud of our long years of hard work in order to be able to afford these unforgettable experiences. We booked the table with the best views from our hotel's restaurant to finish our night with a romantic dinner, enjoying some masala chai and, of course, more delicious Indian foods. Udaipur will be forever in our fondest memories. That ends our third episode of our India travel series. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel to support us and to follow our adventures. Don't miss our next episodes because we will show you more breathtaking and wonderful places in India. Next stop, Jodhpur, also known as the Blue City of Rajasthan. Thank you so much for joining us. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, keep exploring, rain or shine.